How's everyone doing today? Who besides myself is extremely hot right now? Well, we sure are happy to have you here. We know how hot it is. Amazing crowd here at the Bossier City Bass Pro Shops on the final day, the third and final day of the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Central Open on the Red River. It is the third stop of 4 in the division. We started on Ross Burnett Reservoir early in the spring. Our second stop was on the Arkansas River in Muskogee, Oklahoma. This is our third stop right here in beautiful Shreveport, Bossier City. And our fourth and final stop is in the beginning of September in Pell City, Alabama on Lake Logan Martin. So this is a pivotal event for these anglers. They've been chasing points all year long to qualify for the just announced earlier this week, Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open Championship to be held on Table Rock Lake October 18th through 20th. And out of that tournament, we will qualify 11 anglers for the Bassmaster Elite Series in 2019. How incredible is that? Not to mention, well, we're here on the Red River, Shreveport, Bossier City, host of a few classics over the last decade or so. Not only those 11 Bassmaster Elite Series qualifiers, but 7 anglers from the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open Series will qualify for the 2019 Bassmaster Classic to be held in Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. So it's very, very exciting, pivotal week to keep those anglers in contention, those pro anglers, and yes, our co-anglers also go into the championship. Our top finishing co-angler at the end of the championship is going to win entry fees to fish as a pro in 2019 in the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Opens. Not only that, but everyone that qualifies for the championship will cash a check in that event. So we're very excited to announce Table Rock Lake is our final destination of the 2018 season. But we got a lot of work to do here, obviously, this week before we start talking about that. And it starts here with thanking the great, great folks at the Bass Pro Shops here in Bossier City. Give them a big round of applause. Absolutely. Doing a lot of hard work, opening up all this prime parking space so that we can have our weigh-ins here and, acknowledge these anglers that after started with 146 pro anglers, 146 co-anglers, we cut it down to our top 12 that moved on to fish today. So over 25 states and countries represented in each division, the pro side. This is a pro co-angler format. Pros fishing for their best 5 fish, co-anglers for their best 3. Separate pools of money. They're not fishing against each other in the boat, but the other competitors in their various division. So it's been an incredible 2 days with all those anglers weighing in, and I want to give a big thanks to our local sponsor, the Shreveport Bossier Sports Commission. Give them a big round of applause. We can't do it without them, along with the Red River Waterway Commission, partnership with them. Of course, our good friends down at Red River South Marina, excellent venue for all 3 days of our takeoffs, as well as our weigh-ins on day 1 and 2. And a lot of you, I see a lot of familiar faces that joined us down there. So it really is a tremendous effort to make these events happen. Oh, I want to give a big shout out. I didn't mention them all week, and I should. The Lock Masters at Lock and Dam 5 and 4 doing a great job getting the anglers to and from each day, and that's no easy feat. Of course, trying to manipulate these anglers around the commercial traffic that's using the waterway. So tremendous partnership from all of those great folks. Of course, I mentioned Bass Pro Shops, of course, our title sponsor, but we have a lot of other partners that make this happen. Of course, Toyota, and you see them over there, they are giving away $5 gift cards to the Bass Pro Shops if you get over there and register before the end of the day. Not only that, they have a RAV4 sweepstakes going on. You register for that, and at the end of the weekend, of all the folks that register here in Bossier City, they're going to give a draw for a $100 gift card. Of course, Berkeley Baits, you can see all those great Berkeley Baits, as well as the Abu Garcia rods and reels right here in the Bass Pro Shops. They're great, great partners to have. Triton Boats, Mercury Outboards, and our top finishing co-angler will win a brand new Triton boat powered by a Mercury Outboard. Of course, can't forget about our good friends at Skeeter Boats and Yamaha Outboards, our top finishing pro angler, in addition to $4,800 cash and potentially a berth to the championship, because every winner, both pro and co-angler side, no matter how they are in the points, qualifies for the Open Championship as long as they fish all 4 events in the series. In addition to $4,800 and potentially an Open Championship berth, that top finishing pro angler is going to win a brand new Skeeter boat powered by a Yamaha outboard. Of course, our good friends at Humminbird Electronics, just making some state-of-the-art technology. Humminbird, Minn Kota Trolling Motors, Nitro boats, and you can check out one of the great Nitro boats right here in the parking lot today, and probably have some around the site, although they said they're selling so many of them. They're kind of low. They usually bring 2 out. Unfortunately, they only had 1 available, so I'm not sure they have too many, but I'm sure the sales force inside the Bass Pro Shop would be glad to discuss some options for you that may be a great fit. Hook Performance Apparel, as well as Power Pole. Power Pole is an anchoring system for your boat. You can actually see, I think, a couple power poles on that Phoenix boat over there. Power Pole has a contingency program as well. Anglers register it that run the power poles, and they're eligible for a $500 cash bonus if they, as the highest finisher in the event that's registered for the program. And guess what? It's done. Keith Poche, only one in the top 12 registered, is going to get that $500 bonus. So Keith's not even weighed in here yet, and he's already won himself $500 here today, courtesy of Power Pole. In addition to those great premier sponsors, we also have some great supporting sponsors. Carhartt, the official apparel of the Bass Tournament Department. Of course, TH Marine, and if you haven't heard TH Marine, you need to go back and Google them. Check it out if you need any kind of accessory for your boat. I think I see where they just bought Blue Water LEDs recently. Basically, any kind of accessory that you need for your boat, TH Marine has it. And Sam George in our field today, one of the TH Marine pros, 3rd place after a huge jump yesterday. Of course, Lowrance Electronics, I mentioned Humminbird earlier, same thing with Lowrance, just a valuable tool to have on your boat. And, of course, Phoenix Boats, again, right over here next to the Nitro, we have beautiful Phoenix boats. And they also have the Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the Tournament. They sponsor that. It's a $750 award on the pro side, $250 award on the co-angler side. Right now, and it's for all 3 days of competition, the one fish throughout the 3 days. Bruce Whitmire yesterday, day 2, caught a 5-pound, 11-ounce fish that is the Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the Tournament on the pro side. And on day number 1, John Roberson. I just saw John. John, you still around here? John, I hear him over there. Yeah, he's waiting to see what happens, because John, right here from Shreveport, caught himself a 4-pound, 12-ounce fish on day number 1. So hopefully that's $250, but we got 12 guys out back that would like to say something about that, John. Oh, man. So that's all of our sponsors. I want you to give them a big round of applause, and remember to support those who support these anglers and support bass. Real quick, I guess you've all been watching the leaderboard scroll. Yeah, it is. It's scrolling still. We actually lost our generator earlier today, and we're still up here and running. So great job for the Bass staff getting things taken care of and getting us up and running. But, yeah, it's been scrolling, so I'm not going to talk too much about the standings, because I know you're all familiar. You've been out here in a hot parking lot. But all we can say is 14 ounces separating first and second. Sam George, who I talked about it yesterday, had a great day, moved up. He's just 5 ounces out of second place right now. Co-angler side, pound, Noel Allen, huge days, 1 pound, 8 ounces ahead of Brandon Sanchez. Always interesting to see on the co-angler side, because remember, these co-anglers, they don't have control of the boat. They're paired with a different pro every day. They got to adjust their styles, make it work with the pros they fish. So it's always interesting to see how things shake up day to day. So I think we're about ready to get going. But if you don't mind, and I'm sure you don't, if I could ask you to just please take about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, remove your caps, turn around over our Bass Pro Shops right here in Bossier City, Louisiana. Pay tribute to our fighting soldiers, of course, our veterans and first responders, as we play our national anthem. I don't think there's a better way to get a bass tournament kicked off other than that. And I don't want you to sit down yet because I want you to welcome to the stage my good friend. Come on up, Mr. Mike Eccles. Give him a big round of applause, Mike. You've done a fantastic job. Really appreciate all your help. Can't do it every time we come here to Shreveport, Bossier City. You're right there with a great group of volunteers. Main duty, certainly to make a great experience for the anglers, but more importantly, take care of the fish, get them back into the fishery so they can be caught again.
We can't thank the volunteers. Some of the high school gentlemen and ladies have been out here all 3 days in the heat taking care of the fish, running the bags. Today we have the volunteer drivers that have shown up to drive the trucks around through the drive-in weigh-in. Hats off to the High School Fishing League that has been a big part of this and all the volunteers that showed up. You know, this, I don't say this very often, but this is going to come down to a tournament that's going to be won with luck. With the river fishing as hard as it is, people getting 5, 6, 7, 8 bites a day, this tournament will be won by the angler who fished the cleanest and didn't lose the fish. You couldn't lose a 3 or 4 pound fish in this tournament and make it back up because it's been so tough. So as good as these guys are, somebody had to be lucky for 3 days to win this event.
Yeah, I mean, we always say it's about getting a limit each day, and literally here, fishing has been tough enough with the weather, certainly, and the river's been a little bit fishing a little bit tough, that to get that limit every day, you really can't afford to lose just even one fish.
You know, a lot of the guys have come through and said, and you believe them, I lost 2, 3, 3.5 pound fish, 7 pounds. It's impossible to make that up in that day, only getting 5 or 6 or 7 bites. So the river has just been, because of the floods, we've lost a lot of the backwater structure, and it's just changed the whole dynamics of the river. It will get a little better. I don't know that it'll ever get back the way it was, but it's still a great place to come for bass to have a tournament.
Absolutely. We always look forward to heading here to Shreveport, Bossier City, and I think we're about ready to get this thing rolling, but first we need you guys to get a little loud and let these anglers know you're ready to get this thing rolling. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's go ahead and have our first angler roll on up. He made it into the 12th position. He has that beautiful Bass Pro Shop wrapped nitro boat powered by Mercury Outboard. Put your hands together for Toby Hartzell from Afton, Oklahoma. All right, we're going to go ahead. He fished alongside William Wood. William's going to go ahead and get his fish and head on up here. He had 8 pounds and 4 ounces. Oh, no, we don't. I thought you'd spring right out of that boat. William's got himself one fish. If it goes 4 pounds, 11 ounces, you take over the lead.
Not going to happen.
Going to fall a little shy, but it's been a great week. You know, it's tough to get into these top 12s. You know that.
Yes, sir. This is a good fishery. It is tough, but you can catch a limit.
Today's weight for you. One fish, 2 pounds, 4 ounces. Hold that one up, Mr. Overstreet, James Overstreet, shooting photos for Bassmaster.com. All right. Yeah, give him a round of applause. We started at 146, and here you are sitting inside the top 12. Come on, talk to me about your week, William.
I had good anglers. Actually, the weather was good, a little hot, but I caught my fish on a shaky head, a Davis shaky head, and a net bait finesse worm.
Great stuff. Thank you, my friend. Give him a round of applause one more time. All right, our first pro angler's coming on up. He is, like I said, part of Team Nitro, Toby Hartzell. All right, Toby. Here we go. A mover and a shaker. He needs 5 pounds, 10 ounces. Mike was wondering if he took the hot seat. I think we are going to have a hot seat participant right here. We get these settled down. He needed 5 pounds, 10 ounces. He's put on the scales 9 pounds, 7 ounces. Toby Hartzell takes the lead. Grab a couple of those. There we go. See Mr. Overstreet out there front and center. Yeah. Man, what a good day for you. This is what it's all about, making these top 12s. Of course, we announced it earlier this week. Going to have our championship, Table Rock Lake. I know you've had some good experience there.
Yeah, but that time of year right there, you just don't ever know. It could see anybody's ball game, which is a good place to have a championship because the knowledge of the lake don't really help. You just got to go fish up there.
So tell us about your week right here on the Red River.
Well, I scrounged into the 12th spot, which very lucky to do that. But, today, like you was talking, you cannot lose and win these tournaments. You cannot lose one. And I lost the biggest fish I had hold of all week, probably 3.5 to 4 pounder. And, everybody's got that story. But, I've got third, second, fourth. I want to win. And, I just didn't get it done.
Well, the good news is you're not going to go too far too soon. We're going to ask you to take a moment and have a seat in this hot seat, and you all give Toby a big round of applause. As he's settling in, we're going to have our next pro angler from Blanchard, Oklahoma. Put your hands together for Zach Burge. Zach fishing alongside Livingston, Louisiana's Brandon Sanchez. All right. Going to go ahead and ask Brandon to bag up his fish, or he already has, I hope. All right, perfect. Go ahead and get Brandon to come on up here. He's got a couple, it looks like. He needs 1 pound and 9 ounces. Of course, the fish have to be 12 inches. In Brandon's case, they're all live, no penalties. So it looks like we potentially are going to have a new leader. He needs 1 pound and 9 ounces. Brandon Sanchez. 2 pounds and 4 ounces. Hold those two fish up. A new leader on the co-angler side. 3-day weight of 13 pounds and 10 ounces. Look at this guy right here. Yeah, right in the middle. Perfect. Man. Excellent stuff. Tell us about your week.
It was hot. It was very hot.
I think everyone's hot right now.
I caught all my fish in the morning on a 3/8 ounce War Eagle Buzz Toad. And after lunch, I would upgrade each day on a Booyah spinnerbait.
Excellent stuff. Excellent week for you. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask you to take a seat right here, right behind Mike Eccles. This is Brandon settling on down. Zach Burge is going to come on up, and he's going to bring a limit of fish to the scales. He needs 9 pounds and 5 ounces. All right. What do you think, Zach? You got it?
No, I think I'm going to be a little shy.
Good week for you, though, overall. First top 12. I read it on Facebook. First top 12 of the Bass Pro Shop Bass Master Opens of many, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's the first top 12 for a Bass Open on a very hard fishery, so I'll take it.
What about Zach Burge? Do you like these kind of grind fests, or would you rather have a slug fest?
I like having a slug fest. I seem to do better when it's tough, though. I just stay close and fish all day and try to make the best of it.
I saw a big group of anglers within eyesight of the boat ramp there. Were you one of them?
Absolutely.
Today's weight for you, 6 pounds, 12 ounces. Second place overall. Hold a couple of those up for me, Zach. 22.8 is going to be Zach's final weight. Great week for him. Give him a big round of applause. Tell us about the baits that you use, Zach, if you don't mind. Maybe the folks can run into the Bass Pro Shop and pick some of them up.
I kept it pretty simple. I ran all over this place in practice trying to figure it out. I've never been here before. I ended up catching all my fish on a Yum ribbon-tail worm, blue fleck, and a Norman Deep Baby N. Just 2 baits that I throw on the Arkansas River where I grew up fishing when it's tough. So it worked here. I'd suggest throwing it.
All right, and they can get into the Bass Pro Shop and pick up both of those. Great job. Give Zach a big round of applause. Again, 22 pounds, 8 ounces. Second place overall right now. All right, we got another boat rolling on up, pulled behind that beautiful Toyota Tundra. It's from Midway, Florida, Drew Cook. Yeah, Drew came a long way, all the way from Midway. He's fishing all over with us in the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open Series. He fished alongside Steven Denmark out of Alabama, and we're going to have Steven come on up here first. Steven does have himself a limit of fish. How we doing?
Nervous.
Nervous. Of course, looking at a brand new Triton boat powered by Mercury Outboard, Stephen Denmark, 3 fish. They need to go 5 pounds, 15 ounces. This is going to be close.
Gonna be close. I don't know if it's gonna be there or not. I hope it is.
Looking for 5:15, 4 pounds, 8 ounces. 3rd place overall. Hold a couple of those up, my friend. Great week for you either way. Yeah, excellent. Give Steven a big round of applause right here front and center, my man. All right, my friend. Hey, don't go too far. Oh, here, I'll let you wipe your hands off. All right, tell us about your week.
It's been a tough week. Had some good anglers. Drew, he had me on the scene, and I just couldn't get on the big ones. But
Did you weed through a lot of fish today? You know, smaller fish?
no, not too many small ones. It's all good fish. I had a couple he called that was small, but
Key baits for you?
best bait I have was a lizard, 6-inch lizard.
Green pumpkin?
No, sir, it's South African.
South African. Okay, I'm going to have to check that color out. I'm not familiar with that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right, give him a big round of applause. 3rd place right now with 12 pounds, 4 ounces after 4.8 today. All right, I talked to this young man out back. He's already made a top 12 earlier this year. He said he's got them pretty good today. And he's got himself a nice one right there, too. Yeah. Drew Cook from Midway, Florida with 5 fish. He has 16 pounds and 6 ounces after 2 days of competition. Going to put that fish in there. We're going to try that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. All right, here's what I need. 8 pounds, 11 ounces. You got that easy.
Yeah, I got that, but I don't know if it'll be enough.
Today's weight, best weight of the last 2 days so far, 12 pounds, 4 ounces. Whew, hold that big one up. Get a partner to go with it. Here we go. We're going to get some photos, and then Mike will have you get a bag. Whew, no, right here. They want you front and center today. There we go. Give them a round of applause. Super job. Put that bigger one in there. Needs to go 5'11", 5'11". Bruce Whitmire yesterday with a 5'11". So 5'11 to tie, 5'12". Take a lead, Phoenix Boats, Big Bass. That's a good solid 4-pounder at 4.2, 4.2. Would you catch that big girl on?
I caught that one and everything that was in that bag in the last hour on a Nichols Lure swim jig.
Is that something you just started throwing, or have you been throwing it all week?
I've been throwing it all week, but I was throwing a brim color, and then today I saw one fish bust and a shad jump out of the way, and I changed baits. And first 3 casts, I caught 3 fish, and in the last hour, that's what happened.
So are you scratching your head right now and are you thinking, Drew, why didn't you think about switching up earlier in the week?
That's what I've said all day long. Or give me 30 more minutes, whatever. But that's how it goes. But the light bulb did click. It just clicked about 2 days too late.
Well, you're having an outstanding season. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask you to stick around a few more minutes. Say goodbye to Toby Hartzell. Say hello to Drew Cook in the hot seat. Great job, Toby. Right now, Drew, your final weight after 3 days of competition going to be 28 pounds, 10 ounces, 28.10. All right, our next boat rolling on through is Brad Watley. I took a little peek at the points if we had ended yesterday, and this young man was leading the points in the Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Central Opens. But we're going to have David Zabola from Lafayette, Louisiana, come on up first. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like David caught a keeper fish today. But I don't know, folks. I think when you're inside the top 12 out of 146, I think you deserve to come across the stage at the Bass Pro Shops. Come on over here in the middle, David. Tell us about your week.
I had a wonderful week. I just didn't catch the fish today. We had some good patterns going on for the last 2 days, and took all the pros to the spots that I just in the history fishing, basically, So
you were the guide.
Pretty much. Being in the back of the boat, and I ended up being the guide for 2 days. But anyway, it turned out real well for me. I enjoyed it. I had three great partners for the week, and it's a wonderful experience. I've fished these opens for a long time, and just my first top 12.
Excellent job. Give him a round of applause again. His final weight going to be 7 pounds, 11 ounces. 12th place looks like where you're going to finish with a nice, respectable check for you. All right, come on up, Brad Watley. Brad's got himself 4 fish. 4 fish. He fell one shot at limit. We're going to go ahead and talk to him and see if he ever had that 5th one on. Did you, Brad?
I had one more good one on. Yeah, I sure did, and it came off.
All right. Well, you needed 12 pounds and an ounce. I'm guessing that one at 412, you're still 7 pounds, 5 ounces. Probably not going to be enough to get you into the lead. Hold a couple of those up, Brett. Get your best one. We want to get some photos. Get a couple of those, and we'll hold them up and get Mr. Overstreet to shoot this. Mark this occasion right here front and center, if you don't mind. You're going to have to hold them way out like Rowan does. There you go. Excellent season for you so far. Are you happy with the way things are going?
I could not be more happy with the way things are going. You know, I'm actually here close to home. Never made a cut here close to home. Got a lot of friends, a lot of family out here to support me. But I've had a blast this week. You know, I've been running about 175 miles a day. Wow. And today I decided to stay home, stay here close. Had a little difficulty yesterday, and Cliff Crochet helped me out and got my fish in. But and you know, and that's the thing about this sport. You know, it's different from a lot of other sports. People like that, all these anglers out here, you know, we're all here to support one another. You know, and that's, to me, that's special. You know, for that guy to do that and help bring my fish in, that means a lot to me.
And you know what? That's karma, because these guys like Cliff, great sportsman. He knows had the roles been reversed, you would have done the same thing.
Exactly. I wouldn't have hesitated not 1 minute.
Good stuff, Brad. Always good to have you here on the Bass Stage. Looking forward to seeing a lot more of you. 4th place right now. Give him a round of applause. Brad Watley, 21 pounds and 6 ounces. All right, here comes another pro angler. He's rolling through in that beautiful Phoenix boats with a Mercury outboard. I want you to put your hands together for Decatur, Texas's Larry Puckett. Larry fishing alongside Gene Trahan. We're going to go ahead and have Gene come on up here. Gene's got himself a couple keepers. Looking for 515. 515. Take over the lead. Still hanging in there. You doing all right?
Hanging strong.
All right. All right. What do we got going on? We got 515, Gene?
No, sir.
Not quite going to be enough. Today's weight, 2 pounds, 9 ounces. Hold your best one up. We'll get Mr. Overstreet to shoot a photo here. 5th place right now for Gene from Lafayette, Louisiana. There we go. Anyone you want to thank or anything you want to share, any great bait tips?
Yeah, Chris, I'd like to give a shout out to my family. I want to thank the people of Bossier, and I want to thank Bass for putting on a great tournament.
We want to thank you, the staff, all the anglers for coming out and supporting us. We appreciate it. We enjoy it.
Y'all did a great job.
Well, thank you, Gene. We appreciate you fishing with us. 10 pounds and 5 ounces, 10.5 your final weight. 5th place right now for Gene Trahan. Larry Puckett. Come on up here, Mr. Puckett. Seems like usually I see you in a Saturday afternoon working for Phoenix Boats out there, but you decided to change it up this week and go out there and catch a bunch of fish. Well done.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance, you know. You don't want to beat your boss, and he's in the top 12 too. So, but not.
Of course, he's referring to Gary Klaus.
I have one of the best jobs in the industry, you know, working for Phoenix Boats. A great boat company and a great guy, great people within the company, you know. And so,
hold one of those up so we can mark this occasion. Get the big one. 1 pound, 13 ounces out of these 2 fish. It got tough here for Larry and a lot of the anglers, but it's been tough all week, and getting inside that top 12 is surely a feat, as you were saying, Larry.
Yeah, you know, I kind of got caught in the crossfire. I fished in 4 for 2 days and had a really good practice compared to what I was hearing and planned to go there. And then the last day of practice, I stopped and caught a 5-pounder up by the lock. By where we took out from. And so nobody was there when we started, so I started there and caught 5 fish, and so I thought, well, I don't have to leave. And then I had to stay, but I don't think I'm that good a fisherman that we caught them all, but I think they were all gone after that. So I really struggled yesterday, and And then today I just fished around there and ran around, but caught what caught. But it was a great tournament, and I appreciate my wife came. Both my daughters were here during the tournament and got to see the weigh-in. One of my granddaughters, so it was a great time.
Tell us about the bait you threw.
I was throwing a drop shot, even up in the timber. Down in 4, I was throwing, flipping it around laydowns and standing timber, but using heavy line and just a short leader. I don't know, it was a redbug tripworm. Might have been a different presentation, you know, that they may bite it a little behind people, but I was getting a good many bites on it, and that's what I was using on the rocks. I was fishing real high on an underwater levee, about 2 foot under the water, and I'd keep the drop shot across the top of it and then let it fall down. So it worked pretty well the first day.
Sounds like a great plan. Well done. Something a little different. Give Larry a big round of applause. 18 pounds, 14 ounces. Going to settle down in 11th place right now. All right, from Pike Road, Alabama. You see him on the Bassmaster Elite Series. I want you all to put your hands together for Keith Poche. Keith, he fished alongside our leader after 2 days of competition, Noel Allen Jr. He is 13 ounces out of the lead. He has 2 fish. I think that spells a little bit of trouble over here, unless there are 2 of the smallest 12 inchers in the whole Red River waterway.
Yeah, I think I'm in trouble.
All right, Noel. Looking for 2 that go 13 ounces right now.
I hope they do that, and plus some.
All right. Let's see. We got to make it official, though. 2 pounds and 8 ounces. 2-8. Going to have Noel Allen Jr. in the lead, retain his lead. All right, let's say goodbye to Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. Great job. Second place right now. They switch it up every day on us. We never know. Keeps us guessing. This is good stuff, man. How many of these opens have you won? I forget.
None.
Oh, so this is kind of new territory right now.
I'm ready to start today.
Tell us about your week.
It was great. Had 3 great partners. They really took good care of me. The fishing's tough. It's hard to stay mentally focused and positively driven, but had great partners. Had a good time today. Keith and I had some bad luck early with boat issues, but he made the best out of it and took me to some fish. So.
And you were cool, calm, and collected out there, Keith, running an aluminum boat, you know, earlier in the week by default as he knocked his lower unit off of this fiberglass boat on day 1 shortly after leaving takeoff, hit a floater along with another angler. He wasn't alone, had a resort to his backup aluminum boat, had a great day, number 1. Good day on day number 2. Unfortunately, today that boat was a little finicky, didn't want to get fired up. Fortunately, great anglers like Keith Poche, they got spares in their back pocket, I guess, and he was able to scramble. You guys got things switched over, got out there, got your equipment, and I got to admit, you were leading, you know. Some guys might have got spun out by all that. You were cool, calm, and collected, but you're a cool, calm, collected guy anyway, I can tell.
Thank you. Whatever's meant to be will happen.
Good stuff. 2 pounds, 8 ounces today. New leader, or retaining his lead, I guess, with 15 pounds, 6 ounces, Noel Allen Jr. All right, Keith Poche is coming on up. Got himself, goodness gracious. Oh, my. How can that be? Ah. That's a rarity right there, but, man, what a great week for you. Sitting right now in 12th place. That's where you're obviously going to end up. But 146, you're inside of the top 12, heading up north for some cool temperatures, some great fishing. You can't complain.
No, I tell you, man. Actually, this Triton Mercury ran great today for me. But you know, it's been one of them deals. You know, the aluminum boat I was able to get in some backwaters and get on some good fish, and that was the key this week. And you know, thankfully. I'm glad, but it's a bad deal that I broke down the first day. I hit that stump because I wouldn't have ran the aluminum boat that first day, and I wouldn't have had the day I had. So, I mean, it kind of worked out, but unfortunately today I had to run the big boat, and I couldn't get back in that place to get those fish. So, you know, I fished the backwaters all week, so I really wasn't familiar with the main river, and I just wasn't on much. So, and I wanted to go where my partner wanted to go because I knew he had a good chance of winning it, and I did everything I could to try to give him a couple fish. So I'm hoping it works out for him. You know, but other than that, I mean, it was a great week overall for me.
Good stuff. Great sportsmanship. Give it up for Keith Poche. Well done. All right. Come on up, Chad Wiley from Pineville, Louisiana. Man, they love themselves some Chad Wiley here in Louisiana. Chad fishing alongside Todd Walters from Ladson, South Carolina. Interestingly enough, Todd's son, Patrick, also made the top 12 in second place on the pro side. We're going to ask Todd to come up here first. At 7 pounds and 11 ounces, 7-11. After the first 2 days of competition, he's got one fish to add to it. And if it goes 7 pounds, 12 ounces, you'll knock Mr. Allen out of the hot seat.
Well, it's not going to be that big, but it was a tough day out there today. It's been a good tournament. A few people I'd like to thank, and mainly my wife for supporting me and my son so we can come out here and do what we do. The guys at Phantom Outdoor, Yamaha, Falcon Boats, Fitzgerald Rods, and like I say, just a pleasure to be here.
Hold that fish up so we can get a photo. Again, a father, in case you missed it, father-son team, Father Todd fishing on the co-angler side. Patrick, you'll see in a few minutes, fishing on the pro side. He had 2-2 today, 9-13. He's settling down right now into 6th place. That's got to be pretty special to make a top 12 with your son. We don't see that a whole lot here on the Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Opens.
It is very special. Like I said, we do a lot of traveling and a lot of fishing. We've come close to making top 12s together, but this is the first one. So it's really special. It's Father's Day, and this is what we out here to do. So
that's what it's all about right there. I'm sure you were, if not the first one of the first ones to take Patrick fishing. Well deserved to make the top 12 with your son on Father's Day weekend. Great stuff. 9 pounds, 13 ounces, 6th place overall. All right, Chad Wiley, come on up here. Let's see what you got. You need 9 pounds and 8 ounces. Take over lead. He does have himself 3 fish, and if they average 3 pounds and 3 ounces, you'll be in good shape.
They might make 3 pounds.
Total. Good week for you, though. You can't complain.
It is, man. It's hot. I need some sunscreen and baby powder. It's swampy out there right now. You know what I mean? Heck, I caught a 3-pounder.
Oh. Yeah, we're holding them up, even when they're tiny like that. 3 pounds, 9 ounces out of those 3 fish. All right. Oh, there we go. Look at Mr. Overstreet right there. He knows how to stay out of the sun. Yeah. Sometimes I have that trouble with reading things. You know, I'm getting old.
I caught a 3-pounder Tuesday so far up north, I thought it was my underwear. I ain't changed them since, so I may keep them on. It is Saturday, and we outside Margaritaville. I may get lucky one more time, huh?
Great week for you. Tell us about the baits you used.
Oh, my Lord, where do we start here? I was throwing Friday morning, I think it was a leftover shad spawn. I was culling at 8:30. I felt real good about this tournament. I caught them all on the old school V&M rubber classic spinnerbait. Looks like a humdinger, except it's a little lighter wire. It's this kind your grandpa would use that becomes one with the pop bar when the sun hits it. On day 2, we got clouds like this, and it got real slow. And I strolled down to the structure bug, Strike King structure bug, and scrapped out a limit. And today I didn't want to have any regrets, and I don't. I had 5 bites. I was getting 5 bites a day. I lost a 2, and I don't know how big the other one was, but that was my 5 bites for the day. I felt back there was the only place I could catch a consistent 9.5 pounds. So I went back there so I wouldn't have no regrets. I stayed out the river, and I fished in the dirt all day, and here I am. We got this far.
3rd place right now. Great week for you. Congratulations. Give it up one more time. Chad Wiley, 22 pounds and 12 ounces, 22-12, 3-9 today. All right, we got another angler. He's from Shreveport, Louisiana. His name is Marvin Ettridge. Marvin fished alongside Hugh Rose. I talked about it earlier. If you win this tournament and you fish all 4 tournaments in the division, you will head to the Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Open. Marvin, unfortunately, was one of the only angler that did not fish the other 2 this year. Hugh Rose up here from Davis, Oklahoma. 8 pounds and 15 ounces after the first 2 days of competition. Unfortunately, today, no fish. But again, I mentioned it earlier, another angler, 0 today. I think it's worth bringing you guys up on stage. You've had a tremendous week.
Well, I'm glad I ain't the only one.
Got anyone you want to thank or say hello to?
I'll say hi to my daughter, Randy. She's watching home. That's about it.
All right. We won't put you through too much. Thank you. Give Hugh a big round of applause. Send him off with a smile. All right. Come on up, Marvin. Marvin's got himself 4. He did not get that 5th keeper. Doing all right. This is the easiest place to make money.
I like it. I'd like to stay here all day.
All right. You got some cold water. You need a cold water, Noel? You need a water? You good? Okay. All right. Ooh, Marvin. Whew. All right. He needs to have 9 pounds and 8 ounces. Good, solid, pushing 4, I think, right there. His right hand. Don't think that's going to be a 5'11" Phoenix Boats big bass of the tournament, Marvin, but good day for you.
Yeah, I try to get that 5th one. It was a struggle every day. I was happy, to get those 4, but I really wanted the 5th bite,
6 pounds and 14 ounces, 6'14", second place overall. Hold that one up. Get another shot here for Bassmaster.com, and you can log on to Bassmaster.com tonight and check out all these great photos that James Overstreet's shooting here today. Andy Crawford on the water all week shooting. Had some great experiences on the water. Got some good shots as well. Good week for you, though.
Yeah, I had a pretty good week. It was a struggle, of course, for everybody. And it was hot out there today. Yeah.
Tell us about the baits you used.
Well, I caught on my big fish on a chatterbait, a green pumpkin, and I had a little Zoom crawl worm on the back of it, a speed crawl, and then I'd flip a little bit with a baby brush hog. But the first day I caught my fish on a buzz bait.
Really, getting that topwater bite, that had to be explosive and fun.
It was quick. I had my limit by 8:30 the first day, so.
You think that, one of the other anglers mentioned a little shad spawn first thing in the morning, especially on day number 1. You think that was key?
I didn't see that. I didn't see that. There's a lot of shad. The river is starting to get more healthy. I'm really impressed with a lot more bait fish, and things are moving around, although the weights were down, but I really think the river is starting to come back a little bit.
I like to hear that, Marvin, and more importantly, I love to see you fishing these Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Opens. Good to see you, my friend. Give him a round of applause. 26 pounds and 1 ounce. Settling down in second place right now. Whew, we're getting down there. Then there were 4, and the next one rolling through. You know him. He is Team Phoenix. Literally, put your hands together for Mr. Gary Klaus. Gary fished alongside Keith Glassby, who had a great day number 2 and was so excited to jump inside of that top 12. We're going to go ahead and ask Keith to get his bag of fish and head on up here first. Gary will just settle down and watch this thing go down as his co-angler weighs. All right, looks like I see a couple in that Berkeley bag. They need to be the right ones. They need to go 6 pounds, 6 ounces. I definitely see one decent one in there. The other one looks a little bit short to push that 3-pound mark.
Man, we're going to come up a little bit short, but I had a blast. It was great fishing with Gary today. I've learned a lot from all of my 3 anglers. And Skyler, I appreciate your help on the first day, and we just rocked from there. I'm looking forward to coming back and doing it again.
Yeah, I could tell you were pumped yesterday because, I'm sure going into day number 2, you thought, man, I got a chance, but I'm really going to have to catch him. You did. 4 pounds, 3 ounces. Hold that big one up. We're going to get a photo right here to mark the occasion. Keith goes up into 3rd place with 13 pounds and 4 ounces. All right. Good stuff. Hey, wait, don't. So you're co-angler, man. You're up here, it seems like, all the time on the top 12s. What's it take? If you could get folks watching, a bunch of people, millions, quite frankly, watching on Bassmaster.com, as well as the great folks here in the audience. One tip. Give me one tip as a co-angler. What makes you so successful?
It's really a simple word, and it may sound corny, but I'm low maintenance, and that's what I try to do when I go into working with these boaters. I try to stay out of their way. I do my thing. I just try to be low maintenance to them as my goal. And then just absorb everything that they tell you, because I can use it when I go compete in my little club tournaments. And so just stay back, watch them. It's really their show, not ours so much, but still we get a chance to compete.
And bring them a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That works too. Good stuff. 4 pounds, 3 ounces, 4-3 for you today. 13-4, 13-4. Great job, Keith. Come on up, Gary Klaus. Let's sack him on up and get on up here. Uh-oh. That ain't good. Gary. Unfortunately, it looks like Gary Klaus had a tough day out there. Man, they just dried up. They've been drying up all week on a lot of guys.
Yeah, I tell you what, I had a pretty bad practice actually in my main area that I come back to after wasting 3 hours the first day like we talked, and came back in there, and I had like my main area had probably 5 bites total, but they were the right bites. It was the fish in there. If I get a bite, it was a good one, but today it just didn't work, and I scrambled around and tried to bail it out, but it just didn't happen. Didn't have a good day, but I guess if you're gonna have a bad day, it's better to have it the last day. So you can't go down too far. There's only 12 guys, so.
No, absolutely. And right now you're in 10th place. Been a great week for you. Again, I mentioned earlier, 146 anglers. Here you are sitting in 10th place. You got a great company, a great group of employees that take care of things when you're out here. You talk about them. You're so gracious. Talk about them every time you're up here. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
You know, it doesn't. And this morning it was really rewarding and refreshing to me sitting there. We had the 12 boats all lined up. 6 were Phoenix.
6 out of 12, 50% of the field, Phoenix boats. Got to make Gary proud.
Yeah, and that's so humbling to me to come out here at these tournaments and see the number of Phoenix boats. The number keeps going up and up, and for me, it's very humbling and rewarding. The guys entrust their money and their time and their in Phoenix and me, and that's very humbling to me.
Good stuff, Gary. As always, it's a pleasure to have you fishing, and it's a pleasure to have Phoenix Boats as one of our great sponsors. Thank you, sir. All right. Now we got another one rolling off, and he's part of T.H. Marine. He is from Athens, Alabama, Sam George. All right, Sam fishing alongside George Hodges Jr. from right here in Bossier City, Louisiana. George claims he had the shortest drive to the boat ramp. I'm not sure if that's true or not. He's got himself 1 fish. That's the good news. The bad news is it needs to go 7 pounds and 8 ounces to take over the lead from Noel. What's that?
7 pounds short.
All right. I don't know about 7 pounds short, but maybe 6.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, he's looking for 7-8. We're going to move him up with 14 ounces all the way up inside the top 10. Ninth place overall. Let's hold this up. We'll get a photo real quick of you, George. Get you on Bassmaster.com. Golly. Great week for you, my friend. Tell us about the baits. What'd you use? What's the key? If I'm to go into the Bass Pro Shops here and buy 1 bait to go fish the Red River, what do I want to buy?
Zoom Speed Crawl.
Great tip. On a Texas rig?
On a Texas rig. That's what I caught all my fish on that I caught this week. And just didn't get any bites today.
Any particular color I should look for?
I'm sorry?
Any particular color I should look for in that?
Caught some on a blueberry and green pumpkin.
Good stuff. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Give him a round of applause. 8 pounds, 13 ounces inside the top 10. 9th place. This young man had a great day, number 2, moved way up the leaderboard, Sam George. Today, unfortunately, fell about 3 shy of his limit. Did manage a couple, but yesterday was a truly blessed day. You really propelled up the leaderboard.
Yeah, yesterday was just one of those days where, I just had the bites. Today, it just didn't happen, but anytime you're in the top 12, it's a great week. This is my second one in a row, which, when you get on a roll, things kind of just go your way. And today they didn't, but they have been in the last few days on the water. So, I'll take what I can get.
Hold those up. We'll get a quick photo if you don't mind, Sam. 1 pound, 14 ounces, 21.13. He's sitting right now in 6th place. 6th place. Tell us about the baits used.
Yeah, so it was obviously a tough week, but every morning, I'd start on the main river. I basically fished channel swings with a shade line on it. It didn't really matter if it was an inside bend or an outside bend. I kept an eye on the sky. Wherever that sun was shining, I just wanted to get a good hard line, and I'd skip a popper. It's a Salmo Fury pop. It's actually got a little felt spot on the belly of it. I threw a clear one. They were eating really small shad, like teeny tiny, and that little strip on the belly, that's all they could see. But the bait was still heavy enough where I could throw it really well. But after that, you know, when the sun got up, I just picked up a flipping stick and went to work. Yesterday and today, I caught a couple on a brand new square bill that we have coming out at ICAST from Salmo. We've been working on it a long time. It's the same one I caught some on at Norman 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it's really special. It's won me some money here in the last few weeks. So I'm excited for it to get on the market and you guys get your hands on them and see what you can catch with it.
Good stuff, as always, Sam George. Fine young angler. Give him a big round of applause. Final weight of 21 pounds, 13 ounces, 6th place right now. Oh, then there were 2. We doing all right here, Drew?
We're doing good.
Yeah. You sure?
Yeah, I prefer to stay right here, though.
All right. How you doing, Noel? All right?
I'm holding steady.
All right, here comes the other half of the Walters group. Patrick Walters fishing on the pro side. You saw his dad earlier, Todd. He fished alongside Ronnie Richards from Smithville, Tennessee. We're going to have Ronnie come on first. He had 7 pounds and 15 ounces after 2 days of competition. He needs 7 pounds and 8 ounces to take the lead. Uh-oh. What's that?
It's in my pocket.
Oh, I know that trick. All right. No fish today, but overall, fantastic week for you, Ronnie.
Well, yeah, first time Bassmaster Open, but I made a decision. He was cranking wood out there, and I said, stay away from that wood because I don't want to be the reason he didn't win. You're going to be surprised here in a minute. But but I do have a story for you, though.
Okay, I love stories. You want to hear a story, folks? Yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever heard wearing out your welcome?
Yeah, I hear it all the time.
Listen to this. Well, I'm staying with my daughter, Jessica, in Houghton, Louisiana. And yesterday after I made the top 12, I went over there. Hey, I made the top 12. I got to stay another night. And she said, well, go ahead and pack your stuff tonight because as soon as the tournament's over, you're leaving.
She said that to you?
Yeah. I think that's wearing out my welcome, I guess.
I guess so. Oh, goodness. Ooh.
That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, Father's Day weekend to boot.
But I've been here 10 days.
Okay, well, now it's making more sense, and I do know you.
Yeah, well, you know. And hi, Penny, my wife, she's out there in the crowd.
Over there under the shade tree. I'll tell you what, those spots over there, they sold out early.
Hey, this is smarter than I am.
Excellent week for you. Appreciate you fishing with us, my friend. More luck down the future. Great job. Give him a round of applause, Ronnie. 7 pounds and 15 ounces, 7:15. His final weight, 10th place as of right now. All right, this young man is sitting in 9th place right now. He does have a 5-fish limit and a kicker to boot. We're looking for 8 pounds, 7 ounces, 8-7.
I think he's got it.
It's going to be close. Looking for 8 pounds, 7 ounces. Patrick Walters going to put him up here on the scales. Been an outstanding week. Fishing alongside, I'm sure, in practice with your dad, Todd, and then making the top 12. Boy, nothing would, cap the weekend better than spending Father's Day celebrating a big win here at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Central Open. 10 pounds, 11 ounces. Patrick Walters into the lead. Give Drew Cook a big round of applause. He sat in that hot seat for a long time. He made himself literally thousands of dollars here today. Whew. How we feeling, my friend?
Tell you the truth, I don't even know what to say. It was just a fantastic week. It was one of those when you come in and you don't know what's going to happen. You know, every day was 50-50 if I was going to catch a fish. And things, the good Lord bless me, things just fell into place this week. It was, I tell you the truth, I don't even know, I don't have words right now. But big shout out to my dad making top 12. Fishing with him is the best thing in the world. You know, traveling with him, it doesn't get any better, you know, because we travel together, we fish together, we're always staying together, you know, and that's my tournament partner. If I'm fishing with him. But big shout out to Fitzgerald Rods, Phantom Outdoors, Falcon Boats, Yamaha Outboards, all those guys, Rely on Batteries, Rapala, VMC. Without them, we couldn't make this possible. And without you guys at Bass and the great Bass Pro Shops here in Bossier City, it was one of those weeks.
All right, we heard a little bit of it from your co-angler there. It sounded like cranking some wood with a crankbait. Is that true?
That was true. Actually, it was 50-50. Day one, I caught them all flipping and dragging a Senko. And day two, I caught them cranking and then dragging a Senko. And today was all cranking and one with a Senko and a brush pile.
All right, you say dragging a Senko. You talking weightless? You talking very lightweight, or stepping up quarter ounce or more?
It was. I had 2 rods rigged. I had one that was a weightless Senko, Texas rig style, and then another one with an 1/8 ounce weight, just dragging it real slow. Those fish were real finicky. You know, I stayed right there in Port Lake the whole time, and with there being 55 boats in there, you just had to really go behind people and just slow down and just pick those key fish off.
Stumps being the key habitat, I take it.
It was the shallow stumps. You know, there was some stumps off the bank in 5-foot of water where you thought all the fish would be located, but it was the ones in 1 foot and less. You could almost, when you threw up there, they were going to wake on it, and then they would just eat it. It was the craziest thing.
Awesome stuff. All right, there it is. 10 pounds, 11 ounces, 30 pounds, 15 ounces. Your new leader, Patrick Walters. We're going to ask him to settle down. Good news is, yeah, you don't have to wait very long. Like Drew, poor Drew sat up here for about 10 anglers. You only got to wait for one.
Let's just go ahead and weigh him.
All right. First, we got some business to do on the co-angler side, and that's to welcome up our last boat, Kenta Kimura, fishing alongside Elbert Hudson from Austin, Texas. We're going to go ahead and have Elbert come on up here. All right, come on up, Elbert. Bring it. You forgot your bag, Elbert. What's that?
I waded in yesterday.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Unfortunately, Elbert, no fish today, but give Elbert a big round of applause. 7 pounds and 14 ounces, 11th place overall.
You got to get a bite to weigh in.
Well, we're glad to have you up here. Thank you, Elbert. That's going to do it. We do have a co-angler champion, and that would be Noel Allen Jr. And give him a huge round of applause. Man, he said earlier he's never won a Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Open. Of course, I knew that. But you have now, my friend. How's it feel?
It's great. I've had 3 third places, but you guys wouldn't let me add them together to get a first. So I had to get it this way.
I know you're always, I see Keith up here getting some photos. I mean, some of you co-anglers, you get tight together. You're fishing together all the time. You see the ups and downs. You know, you're probably talking about your different pros that you draw throughout the year, but you're always consistent, and it's great to see you get a win here this week.
Thank you so much. I'm just blessed. God bless me this week. Had awesome partners, Lonnie Messer day 1, Drew Cook day 2, and today Keith Poche. We overcame some obstacles today with boat issues, and it's just been great.
And I mentioned it earlier, Noel Cool is a cucumber Allen, we're going to call him. Didn't get upset this morning, just roll with the punches. He's been there, done that, and look, it all paid off.
Yes, sir. I'm blessed.
One more time, do the hold, and give him a big round of applause. Excellent job. All right, we're going to have you step off to the side here. I'm sure we got some media. I see Craig Lamb with the Bassmaster.com media looking to do some interviews with Noel. This young man, fine young man, out of Japan, had a great day number 1, struggled a little bit on day number 2. Going to come up here. Don't go ooh, because he has some fish. We're going to come up and have him come talk to us. Just stay right there. Make sure that comes. All right, you led after day number 1. Yesterday a little tougher. Today you did catch some fish, though.
Yeah, I finally caught some fish, but actually I had a 10 bite, but, you know, I broke my biggest one off and, you know, missed a lot of them, so.
What do you think changed for you from day 1? Obviously, your weights, I don't know what today's weight's going to be, you know, I'm guessing, but certainly not. Day number 1 was fantastic for you. What was the key there?
Actually, I was fishing real slow with a worm in the first 2 days, but, you know, water was clear up today because no boat traffic out there. I think usually they hit the worm better with the clear water, but and for some reason this place is almost like the opposite. You know, they might be hit better with a reaction bite. So, well, I didn't change up any, so that's what's wrong. I did.
All right, well, let's go ahead. We're going to have you go head on down there. Get your fish. We'll have, as he's getting that, we're going to have Patrick come on up here. You feeling all right, young man?
It's a little cooler right here in the shade. I might just take a step back.
All right. Kenta had 21 pounds and 2 ounces after 2 days of competition. Looking for 9 pounds and 14 ounces out of these 3 fish. Sitting in 9th place right now. Fish are very much alive. They're going to keep this thing interesting for a minute. Looking for 9-14 to take the lead. The Abu Garcia bag is bumping on up here. Doing all right, Patrick? Patrick's about to fall out in this heat. Mike Eccles. Give all the volunteers a big round of applause when we're waiting for these fish settle down. We can't do it without them. The drivers, fish handlers need a 9-14. Unfortunately, going to fall a little shy. 4 pounds, 2 ounces. That's going to do it. Patrick Walters, our champion of the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Central Open here on the Red River. You got it done, and it looks like if I can see you at Pell City, at Logan Martin, you punched your ticket to the Open Championship just announced on Table Rock Lake. You got a lot of experience there?
Zero whatsoever, but that's the main goal. The main goal was to make the championship and go ahead and punch the ticket now. That makes it a lot easier and a little less stressful.
7 anglers qualifying for the Bassmaster Classic out of that championship. 11 anglers qualifying for the 2019 Bassmaster Elite Series. Something you're interested in?
Of course, that's the dream. You know, that's what just graduated in college in December, and fishing the Elite Series is the goal. That's why I'm fishing both divisions. No matter what it takes, we're going to try to get there.
Well, let's make this official with a trophy hold. Put your hands together one more time for Patrick Walters. All right, thanks everyone for coming out. It's been a fantastic week. I want to thank my good friends with the Shreveport-Bossier Sports Commission, the Red River Water Commission, of course, the good friends here at the Bass Pro Shops, Bossier City, as well as, thank you, Horseshoe Casino. They hosted, I forgot, our Wednesday registration and meeting. Gosh, it's just been a great week. Anyone else you want to thank? Say hello to Patrick.
My girlfriend and her mom back home, my mom watching, my sisters, everybody. Falcon, Fitzgerald Rods, Yamaha Outboards, and y'all at Bass. Just can't thank y'all enough.
All right, and of course, thank all the fans. Appreciate you coming out on a hot day. Goodness, it's been a tremendous event. It looks like, hey, by the way, Noel Allen did fish the other 3 events, so provided he heads on over to Alabama in the fall, he'll be going to the Open Championship as well. Again, want to thank all the volunteers. My good friend, Mr. Mike Eccles. Mike, thank you so much for everything you do. Of course, all of our great sponsors, Toyota Berkeley, Abu Garcia, Triton Boats, Mercury Outboards, of course, Noel Allen getting himself a brand new Triton boat powered by Mercury Outboards, Skeeter, Yamaha, Humminbird Electronics, Mid Dakota Trolling Motors, Nitro Boats, Hook Performance Apparel, Power Pole. Again, Keith Poche getting that Power Pole Captain's Cash Award. Our supporting sponsors, Carhartt, TH Marine, Livingston Lures, Lowrance, and Phoenix Boats. Our big bass sponsor, looks like Bruce Whitmire and John Roberson. They're going to lock in those. There he is, John. Going to